Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. Welcome to days 11 and 12 of rebuilding the Polyhouse. I didn't take any video yesterday because it rained the whole day and it was cold and really miserable outside, so we couldn't work on the Polyhouse. So instead I did show prep for my trees. So I will take you through the trees that I have prepped for the show so far, and we still have at least one more to go. Nathan is capturing the sun coming out on the Osage Orange forest. It looks really nice when the sun pops out behind the clouds and it lights it up. Here's a look at the trees I've prepared for the show. So you saw the Osage Orange forest on the other video where I kind of detailed it. I took a second look at it and the pathway looked a little too man-made, so I added some pieces of moss to kind of break it up a bit, and it looks a little more natural now. I'll show you kind of a close-up of it. Yeah, it has a little more of a natural look to it. Oh, it looks nice when the sun comes out. I like that. And I picked out a stand for it. It's not the perfect stand, it's a little big, but it's the best one I have. Yeah, I think it'll do. So, yeah, that's one tree prepared for the show, or one forest prepared for the show, and I'll show you the next one. Here's a look at the next entry for the show, my northern bog forest. So it's on a stand, the one I normally put under the Sibirica for shows, and it's a little small, but it's not too bad, and it's just a little different color than the pot, so it's the best I have. It works. And the trees look really nice in the sun. So I did a little bit of work. I put kind of the deer trail through here, and the moss that was out in the open areas, I put fresh green moss to make it look more spring-like. And yeah, it kind of livens it up. The moss that was on it from the winter was kind of still a bit discolored. It hadn't really started growing with a lot of vigor yet. And the trees, the Black Spruce, are just starting to come out with their needles, so yeah, it's a very spring-like image. Oh, there's that sun again. Yeah, so that is the other forest I'm putting in the show. Here's the next tree going in the Toronto show. So it's my Thuja occidentalis, or Eastern White Cedar. So this tree was collected 12 years ago, and I've been working on it ever since, and it's looking quite nice this year. It's got branches are all spreading out nicely. So for the landscape on this, we kind of went with moss, and we have the moss spore, what would you call them, stalks or flowers, maybe moss flowers, sticking up, and they kind of look like weeds or bulrushes. Yeah, so that's kind of the look, and there's the odd stone in it just to give a more realistic landscape. Yeah, and the tree's looking old and ancient. And the stand, there's a bit of a story behind this stand. So you can see it just has sort of plain feet. There's some side rails. At the front it's just open. So it was much fancier before. This was furniture that I cut down, and it had 3 vertical dowels and then a cross piece with some fancy carvings in it, and it looked way too fussy and fancy. So I thought, well, let's just cut all that away. So I got the saw out, cut out the dowels, got the circular saw, cut off the bottom of the feet. I got to do a bit of cleanup with the file, and yeah, just made it a simple stand. So you can see the feet now kind of flare out. And it looks quite good because the size was good for this tree, and the coloring and everything looked quite nice. It's just it was way too fussy and fancy and maybe a little high. So we fixed that with some brute force. So that's a look at the tree. It's all ready for the show. The next tree for the Toronto show is one of Nathan's favorites, the Birds Nest Spruce. So here it is. So this stand is one that Paul made. He's the president of the Kitchener-Waterloo Bonsai Society. And he just brought it over one day and said, "Here, Nigel, this is one of the first stands I made a gift." So thank you, Paul. The pot for the accent plant was sent to me from the States, and at the moment I can't remember what the person's name was, but maybe I'll think of it. And the other pot was given to me also from someone at the Toronto Bonsai Society. So it's in a round pot now, the Birds Nest Spruce. We did a little bit of pruning to it the other day. I don't like pruning spruce because if you look at the tip of a spruce branch, they have like a rounded end to them. There's needles that stick straight out. If you prune them, they're kind of squared off because the needles are horizontal. So I'll give you an example. So there's a natural tip, which looks really nice. And here's one I pruned, which you can see it's squared off and it looks not so nice. So Nathan and I did as little pruning as possible on it, just taking off some of the really obvious shoots. And then after the show, you know, when it kind of hardens off all the foliage, I can do some more pruning on it based on the buds on the branch. So for the landscape down here, I thought I always like to create a little bit of a landscape under a tree. It just kind of creates a realistic element. So we added again those moss with the spore flowers sticking up. And so there's a rocky section here, kind of underneath the tree, and then a few rocks and some moss. So it's kind of half and half between a rocky landscape and a mossy landscape. I think it works quite well. And then for the accent plant, we use this fern-like moss and put it in that very unique pot. It's a really cool pot. And the pot goes really nice with it all. We oiled the main pot here. It was unoiled before, and it looked very flat and dull. And just a bit of oil on it kind of brought it out. It looks much better with a slight bit of oil on it. Oh, there it is in the sun now. Look how the foliage glows in the sunlight. It's just amazing. Yeah, so that is the Bird's Nest Spruce, looking very nice, I think. Yeah, I really like the overall display of this one. Kind of looks like something from a magazine. Yeah, and I think Nathan's happy. Are you happy with it, Nathan?
It's amazing. I can sit here and look at it all day long.
Good. The last forest I'm going to prepare for the Toronto Spring Show is my Dwarf Hinoki Cypress forest. So I planted these cuttings on a recent video, and they all took and are starting to grow. They've been planted as cuttings for quite a while now. This pot I got at the thrift store, so it's a pretty inexpensive forest, but it looks very miniature for the size of it. It's going to be really fun. So I need to moss it up, maybe do a little landscape work, pick out a stand for it. So this little forest will be the last of 5 trees or forests that I'm putting in the show. So I've got this one, I've got the Osage Orange forest, the cedar, the Bird's Nest Spruce down there, and outside is the northern bog forest. We finished preparing the last forest here for the show, a little miniature Dwarf Hinoki Cypress forest. So these are all grown from cuttings. And we couldn't find kind of a formal stand that fit. So I had this chunk of wood and Nathan found it outside. It's got a crack in the back, but you can't see it from the front. And it was kind of a horrible color, so we stained it and mossed up the pot, and there's a little stone in there with a little miniature mud, I guess a mud woman playing with a fan. And yeah, that's the little Dwarf Hinoki Cypress forest. And that's how big it is. You can see my hand here. So it's, yeah, it looks really good mossed up. Yeah. And eventually I've got a nice kind of unglazed flat pot to put it in. It's just a little smaller than this one, quite shallow, that it'll go in someday. It'll look really nice in that pot. Yeah, so that is all the trees prepared for the show. So that means we can get back to working on the polyhouse. With all the trees done and prepared for the show, Nathan and I spent the rest of the afternoon working on the polyhouse once again, and it felt good to get back to it. So we worked on the back wall here. So we put this cross member in place, another one down here. We put the shelf in, so it'll be flush with the plastic, and there's another shelf up here. So there's two little shelves on the end wall. Yeah, that's what we got done today. So the framing is all done, except tomorrow we're going to put the plywood in for the vent up here. And if it's a nice day, and I think it's supposed to be a nice day tomorrow, I'm going to start finishing the painting. And once that's done, we can put the tracks on for the plastic and get it covered up, which is going to be awesome. Yeah, it'll just be awesome. So that is it for days, I think it's 11 and 12. Getting trees prepared and back to work on the polyhouse. We have Friday, that's the last day to work in the polyhouse. And then we have the show Saturday and Sunday. Nathan's going Saturday, and Sunday he's packing and flying back home. Yeah, so I will see everyone tomorrow for day 13 of working on the polyhouse.